Good afternoon, guys. It's me, Krista Marie, Reality of Krista Marie, and we are live on YouTube. And I hope you guys can hear me. Let me check the audio, guys. So sorry. I know I always forget to do this in the beginning, but I know somebody's here. Let me check the audio 1 second. Mic is here. Close it here. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't know what that was. We don't see. I know you don't see me. I was just checking. Okay. Hold on. Okay. You can hear me though, right? You can hear me? Okay. So this is Ultimate Girls Trip. This is all right. So I know it comes out on Thursday. This is episode. See, everything's crooked. This is. I had this all synced before I came on here, guys. This is episode 6. It's Tantric, something, whatever. Blah blah blah. Oh God, this is getting my nerve. Sorry, I swear it was 6 before I got on here. All right, good. Everything's good. All right, we'll close the book figure. Okay. So yeah, Ultimate Girls Trip, guys. This is episode 6. Now I know that the last episode was just on today, so it was released today. But I'm always a week behind. So when I get into the episode, everything's good. You said so. I'll shut off because it'll start alerting me and telling me that everybody's coming in. All right, let me get out of that. Okay. Oh, and let's see. Let me say hi to everybody. I do need to apologize. Oh, hello, Erin. Gabby's here. My 2 absolute lovelies. I love you guys so much. My hair. Oh, thank you. I've actually been using a new extensions, like different kinds, and I really like them. And I watched myself back last week, and I play with my hair a lot. Like it's such a habit, but I'm just not gonna do it. But thank you guys for showing up. I love you guys so much. God, I'm still crooked though, guys. I go by that stupid sign. All right, there we go. Wait, no, we gotta do this way. No, a little bit better, right? Okay. Thank you. All right, so let's get the episode. Now, are you guys watching it? I hope everybody is. Gabby, I know you are because you have to do my notes for me. And you can see me, okay? It's still getting crooked. Yo, guys, this is making me crazy. It's like slowly doing it on. I don't know why. What a mess. I'm just gonna do that because no, you can't see me. Yeah, screw it, right? Okay. All right. I just don't like being so far away, right? You guys see me, right? I see you. I bet you're funny. Okay. So let's get into the episode. Of course, I'm so hot in here. I have the air on, guys, but of course, it's not hot. I mean, it's not as cold as I want it to be. But all right. I swear to God, I was completely prepared before I got here. I swear I was prepared. Okay, we're getting into this. Ready? Now, like I said, I know that we've already seen today. I don't know if anybody's seen today's episode yet, but the new episodes come out on Thursday, and so I am always a week behind, and yeah, but that's okay because I don't know. I feel like the season really is. It started out really good. I thought it was amazing, right? And I was like, oh, we're really getting into it, and then I realized that there's only one. I know I'm playing with my hair. I know that there's only one more left, and which was the one that came out today. And I feel like, holy crap, this one, it wasn't as good as I thought. I don't know. But I really liked Pepsi. I really do. Oh, thanks, Erin. I do. I liked it too. I don't know what, I don't know if Scandival kind of took my brain over and ruined it for us or what. Sorry, guys. Anyway, I can feel the air. Okay. So I don't know if Scandival got in my brain and ruined it for us. And that's my problem. Or there we go. That's way better. Oh my God, that's so much better. Okay. It's just Scandival ruined it for us, and that's why I'm just okay, I guess I missed everything with this show. But then I was like, no, I'm going to rewatch all the episodes. And I was like, no, we didn't miss anything. So yeah. Now Pepsi, I love Pepsi to death. I feel like he was so legitimately upset about the way they treat each other, which I can understand. So when he was, he starts out with his dissatisfaction with the ladies. It's exhausting me too, but oh my God. But literally watching, oh, look at this guy. This guy's here. Yeah, Scandal is exhausting. But watching the episodes earn, oh, who wrote that? Oh, Sarah wrote that. It's really friggin' like I know that the reunion. I know I'm not supposed to talk about this. I know that the reunion is not supposed to be until June, but we need to see these episodes. So that's the Ultimate Girls Trip because tomorrow is going to be. So guys, tomorrow's Vanderpump Rules at 4:30, or one of them's at 4:30, one's at Real Housewives of New Jersey is at 4:30, and then 6:30 is the Vanderpump, and we're going to talk about the episode. Oh my God, like yeah, I'm going to talk about it now so bad. I get. Okay, Ultimate Girls Show. Let's get into it. So the dynamics. Oh, he's disappointed with their dynamics. Of course he's disappointed with their dynamics. I'm disappointed with their dynamics, but that's what the housewives are. So, I mean, I think it's really cute. I love his tears. I just thought that was really adorable. We know Pepsi's been married a couple times. But, they're always screaming at each other. And, like, I guess it's just they're used to it. Yeah. I know. Hello, Beth Doherty. Oh my God, look at all these people. Seriously, guys, like I love when people from don't say where we're from, guys. Most people do know, but we don't talk about it on here. But I love people I know the show. That's awesome. I love that. Yeah. And even people that don't even watch, like I was just gonna say people that don't even watch the show. They just show up for support because that's how we are here. Okay. Oh yes, and Zach Peck, guys. Oh my God, I'm so excited. It's one more week. And I'll be at Cinema City Winery in Philadelphia. And I know I keep telling you guys, a good friend of mine is coming with us. His name's Jason. He's a security. He's like, I forget, he's 6'5". Jay, what are you, like 6'2", 65? Something. He's going to be with us, hanging out, but he's also security. And even if he isn't working, he can't help himself. You'll be able to tell what he is, but he's also there to have a good time too. But anyway, I know, like, I seriously, like, I wanted to reach out to you too, but I'm like, sometimes like we don't talk to people for a while, and but I'm always loving you, sending you support because we were, we've both been on the same kind of journey, if you guys know what I mean. And this girl has done it; she really has. Oh, look at you guys! Don't watch the show either. Now, how come? It's not that bad. I mean, if you guys watch Housewives, you should watch this. But listen, it was like okay. So I feel like this season of Ultimate Girls Trip was like a runoff from their seasons that they just ended. Jen Shah with Heather, even though Jen Shah's not there, but the whole Heather thing with Whitney, that was right off of the season, right? Talking about the Jen Shah bullshit. Heather, we're done with you. We ain't fucking with you no more. Definitely not fucking with you no more, girl. This season, Heather should have paid attention to what we were saying because, like I said, we just ain't fucking with you no more. So, again, but oh, poor Pepsi. But anyway, so the cocktail scene with Marisol. Now, we know now that Marisol was starting a cocktail line, which I think is amazing. So every time she drank on camera, and on her confessionals, it was like her, she's like, I love you. That's like the best thing though, because that's awesome. I love that. And that's why I still continue to, because guys, I'm live on Facebook, I'm live on Twitter right now. Oh my God, I didn't do all that stuff. Live on Twitter, live on Facebook. Live on YouTube. Please hit like, subscribe, hit the notifications so you guys do get notified. Hopefully you get notified when I go live. And I'm always posting the links too, so you don't really have to, you just have to click them and that's it. So anyway. Yeah, and like, I don't know. Leah, I thought, okay, now did we not hear that Leah went home from this trip? Didn't she leave this trip early or something? And it was said that like, I don't know, some bullshit about her getting kicked out of Thailand, which isn't true because she's still there and we only have one episode left, which was today, and it's over. So I'm kind of like weird. I don't know. It was kind of crazy because like what was that all about? Why was she even there? Pepsi was definitely flirting with Giselle. I definitely believe that he was flirting with her, and I think that Giselle didn't piss me off as much as she usually does. But I definitely think that Leah is definitely bitter. I don't think she really likes Marisol. I don't like her constantly talking about Marisol, saying that um, about her drinking. Now, this is what I don't. This is the thing about it. When you get sober, right? This is just my perspective, in my opinion. When you get sober, the last thing you want to do is be around. When you're around people and you can be around them, is like literally sit there and nag them about their sobriety or their not sobriety. You know what I'm saying? So I guess with Leah being I don't know if she's newly sober, but she's sitting there saying all this crap to Marisol this whole entire time. It's like Marisol doesn't have a drinking problem, asshole. Like she's not the one who had to quit drinking. You did. And it's like, we don't even call it a problem. But anyway, so the next scene obviously is Marisol, which I was getting into, Marisol, in honor of her mother, which I think is awesome. Now I think she just said, like, it was basically just the food was in honor of her mom, and we love her. Like Elsa, if you guys watched all the other seasons, Elsa was Marisol's mom, and we just, I didn't know that she didn't want her to be made fun of or something because of her plastic surgery, blah blah, which I thought was so sweet, and just like, I didn't know that, and I just love that, and I loved Elsa. Like nobody, we loved her. She was a good woman, and I truly believe in that whole spirituality thing. The whole spirituality thing, and I love the fact that she comes through. But she asked why the pig was so flat. Pepsi says they cook it like that, and I didn't even realize that the pig was flat. But I don't know. Heather's there. She says the food is Mexican, and it's like Marisol says now, but the flowers are, like I said, the decorations and flowers were just a reminder of her mom. Whitney says she's going to finish naked at the end of the party, and Marisol speaks about her mom and the fails of her surgery with her face and all that. And she wanted to protect her. Like I said, protect her from and warn her. And then, it's just, I feel so bad that she's really grieving her mom. And I love it that she's always, has a chance to bring her up in these episodes. And I think that this trip to Thailand was really, really good. Like I was not feeling Marisol and Alexia during their season of Miami. I thought they were being mean, but I think that they redeemed themselves. So then we get to the dinner, and Giselle speaks on the dinner. I'm sorry about Leah saying Portia, and she explains why she doesn't vibe. She said she didn't like her, blah blah blah. And then she says, and she just keeps going, bye Leah, bye Leah, bye Leah, and Leah's like, bye Portia, bye Portia, bye Portia, and I'm like, what are we watching? I'm like, this is really okay. Now, to me, it's obvious that Leah is trying to make moments with Portia, and because why do I think that, or why do I think? Because Leah has nothing. She's, she keeps talking like she still has a franchise. She doesn't. She's not a Real Housewife anymore. Girl, you were there for half a season. You were a friend of, and I don't even know why you're there. But I'm just saying that, like, and I'm just saying that as a Freddie Hellenkamp thing. Like, you're a nice lady and all, but what are you doing? Like, why are you here? Why are you jumping out of Kyle's purse? I feel like that would be Leah. And I definitely think that her crying about the not getting tagged in that picture, and then trying to say that she was traumatized by the fact that she, on her season, which again, her season, she keeps talking like it's still relevant. It's not. They can't even get the whole damn cast together. But she keeps talking about it like it's still, like she's still relevant, and Rennie's still relevant. And as far as what I can see, they're bringing Rennie back, and they're not bringing you, and they're bringing stupid Ramona back and trying to make it a girls trip. But anyway, not everybody has to vibe with everybody, and Marisol points that out. She says, "Oh, the vibes with Heather, not Candace." Marisol and Alexia say they vibe with Heather, not Candace. Marisol says Candace is very loud, but when they have conversations with her by herself, she's normal. I just think that Candace is just uncomfortable on this trip because Giselle's there, and they have that incident. Like I said, all these seasons ran into this Ultimate Girls trip. So, again, we're going to talk about this stupid bottle. And she said, when, Whitney says you're constantly, or I'm sorry, I'm going ahead. Like I said, Portia keeps saying to Leah, you want your moments, and to Candace, you want your moments, and it's just not happening. And Heather says to Giselle at the last lunch, and Giselle treated her like the suspects. Giselle says, I don't want to trust you. Heather said, when you accused me, I wanted to flip the tables. It was what she said in the bus, or the Sprinter van. The Sprinter van that actually had cameras in it. like, I know that I know that they were protecting Kathy, but I'm sorry. Every time we see a Sprinter van on Bravo, it has cameras in it. Especially if they're going to have some weirdo psycho flipping out. Not Kathy. If you see the other one, Rena Lips, fighting and screaming, and somebody's fighting and screaming with her, you're definitely going to stop production or stop everything and add the cameras. But again, we have cameras in the Sprinter van again. And it's, of course, it's Heather talking. We flip back to Heather saying that she wanted to flip the food or flip the tables, blah, 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 because she was treating her like suspects. But the confessional, when they showed that last week at that actual scene, Heather's confessional, she was excited that she got picked to be a suspect because she's like, the pool girl picked her. And then she, I don't know, something made her mad and she talked shit about it in the Sprinter van. And then, of course, Whitney knows that and is like, Heather, you talk so much shit. Like, you know, you never say anything to their faces. And Heather's like, I don't want to be that girl. But Heather, you are that girl because you're talking shit on them behind their backs. That's the worst. And on camera. So no matter what you do, you're that girl because they're going to watch that back. But then you went and you said it at the dinner. And I don't think you ever would have if you didn't know that Whitney was going to call you out about it or whatever. I don't know. I just feel like Heather's just a fake bitch. And I feel like she had the third season curse. And I don't know if we can even call that the third season curse because I just think she sucks. If there's a curse, it would be second season. And that's just a housewife thing. Heather just sucks. So, they were talking about, you know, they also talked about Pepsi and his emotions. And I feel like he really did a really bomb job of taking care of all of them. And I can see all that blinking. You guys see it? It keeps doing it. You know, I feel like when Leah called for him when she passed out or whatever she did when she couldn't feel her legs, like that would be me. I'd be like, you know what I mean? Like I would want to feel, you know, a little like comforted or whatever, like just a little bit. Like that guy made them feel really at home. Like he was really excited to see them. He was really upset when they were fighting, and I just think he was a good dude. But oh god! And then when Heather and Whitney they take the moment to hug and by the pool, and Heather says that she thinks that they're a step in the right direction. They still have to have, what she said, they have to have more conversations. And I'm thinking to myself, Heather, Whitney's tried to have this conversation with you about her feelings, and it's honestly at this point, it's like not even about what you say, Heather. It's about what you don't say to her, and it's like, no, I wouldn't want to have any more conversations with you. I just wouldn't, you know. And I really don't even feel like you guys think you're cousins. You say you're cousins, but I feel like the whole cousin thing is really a stretch, and I don't think you treat each other even like that. At least Heather doesn't anyway. But okay, then Pepsi, yes, we're gonna go to Tantric dinner, and Pepsi seems really lost about it. And Giselle trying to explain it to him is kind of really cringe, you know. And it's like she doesn't really know how to say it. He just still seems lost, but whatever. And he also warns all the ladies because they're going to the temple and about their bodies and also about them yelling. And they're confused because actually when they speak, which is like the way I talk to and when I have conversations, even if I'm like having a heated conversation, I'm really loud and it sounds like I'm angry. And even when I even try to get louder and like because of my ADHD, I always have to, like, I don't like to be interrupted, which I do it too. But if I can't finish my thought or my sentence, then I just get really, I'm like, just let me finish. And it seems like I'm angry, but I'm not. I'm just louder. I'm from Jersey. That's the one problem. I'm not angry. I just don't sugarcoat that shit. I just don't have time to like, you know, tell you, you know, I don't have time to literally tell you that you're right when you're wrong and blah, 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 blah. Like I said, I don't sugarcoat anything. But, you know, when these ladies talk, they seem like they're yelling. That was my whole point. I lost my point for a second. What was I saying that for? Yeah. Because I get it. Like when they talk and they're like, we're not going to apologize for talking or we're not going to apologize for arguing or whatever. And then when he's like, we weren't even arguing. We were just talking loud. And I'm like, well, that's just how everybody communicates. I'm sorry. And, you know, I don't know why Whitney went to apologize about talking about their D in their mouth or whatever with Marisol and Alexia. But I was kind of like, okay, because there's a scene later on that we're getting to. I can't say. I'm sorry. That would be this. That was the wrong scene. Okay. Anyway, so Whitney apologizing to Alexia and Marisol is a little premature because they really get on her shit at the end, which we'll see. But I feel like I don't even. But all of a sudden, before they even get ready to go to the temple, Leah goes and she throws up, and then which she says she's disappointed in not in going. But I don't know. Like, she spent the whole time at the hospital, so this is where I thought she went home, and I'm like, okay. And then we have a whole nother half a season. I'm thinking to myself, and then I find out like, no, there was only one more, the one that was out today. That was it. So, yeah, Leah, why were you even there? But anyway, so she was unable to go to the temple, and which was disappointing. And except for Pepsi and Candace, the other ladies seemed very indifferent to Leah's condition, except, like I said, for her friend. Which is, I mean, I'm glad that she had Candace, right? I feel like you guys need to play a drinking game. Every time I play with my hair, I take a drink. Oh, Krista. Anyway, it's just because, yeah, forget it. I'm not going to make excuses. I'm just a mess. Anyway, but Leah knows that nobody's not really feeling her. And I kind of get it because, you know, like, Portia decided right in the very beginning that she's like, I'm just going to give him this dick. Like, I'm just not. And I see why. And she was like, she was not going to give Leah the moment. And I don't blame her. If she wasn't in Thailand, I think she would have went home. But they seem extremely indifferent. The lack of concern seems extremely disheartening to everyone. I mean, to Leah, but Leah and Candace, but whatever. I am all like, okay, so Heather has that self-deprecating humor, which is too far. Leah, however, like when Leah does it, it's like, it's okay. When Heather does it, it's kind of like, Heather does it, and it's like too, I don't know, fake or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. But that's the only thing that I can literally say about Leah is that, like, I see when Leah does it, and she's like, oh, everybody hates me, you know, nobody cares, blah, blah, blah. It's okay. But, like, because she really knows, she's extremely self-aware. And Heather does it, it's more of like a, I don't know. She actually think Heather really does believe that she's better than everybody else, but she acts this part, and then she does that self-deprecating humor that's kind of like sadness. You know what I mean? I do it. Mine is a defense mechanism because I know I'm extremely self-aware. I know I can't finish a sentence. I have a hard time with focus, and I have shiny butterfly syndrome, and I'm a complete and utter mess. But yeah. I do it as a defense mechanism because I'd rather make fun of myself because I know nobody else is going to make fun of me anyway. And if not, they're thinking about it. But yeah, so, you know, even though she says Leah can be difficult at times, it's just sad how unsympathetic they were to her. And again, that just proves my point is like, I kind of feel like she gave a really horrible impression the very first night when she said that she was bored. And she wishes they would all drink. I think that's kind of what set the tone for the entire thing. But again, she ended up in the emergency room, and I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know if she was really sick or not, but she missed the temple, and it was extremely beautiful. You know, I like when they go and they do these predictions, and I guess it was, let me remind you where the predictions actually came from, because Giselle, the broke man, and she's not with anybody, so I don't know where that actually came from. Heather has bad luck with her daughters. That I can see because of her book, probably. Maricel, they say the business goods and the family is good too. Cool. Alexia, she's good. Think she is. Whatever. Oh, okay. I know these are my notes, but they're actually the notes that Gabby takes, and sometimes I feel like I'm reading her. Gabby. Sometimes I'm reading it and I'm like, I'm reading your accent and I'm reading it in your word, like, you know what I mean? So, but I would not be able to do this. Like, I wouldn't be able to get through these, even if I'm not even doing that good of a job. Here it is, self-deprecating, without these notes. So, I just feel like these episodes have been running together for me. So, as much as I know my short-term memory is completely shot now, I have to have these notes to even remember the episode. And even if I'm watching, I just watched it again before I got here. Oh my God, yes, happy 420. Everybody say, wait, what time is it? Is it 420 yet? We got 20 minutes, right? But it's 420, we're going to say it. Well, it's 420 all day. But at 420, whoever smokes, because it is legal here in Jersey, we're going to smoke. Happy 420. So, yeah. Alexia, Alexia, she gets goes on her life. Sorry. Whitney has great family sports and helps people donate. Candace, she's alone in the ocean, but she's a fighter. But she's not because she has Chris. I don't know. I like the predictions, but I just don't know if they got. I feel like the girls got each other's predictions. You know what I mean? I feel like some of these predictions were like messed up. But Portia, she's gonna have problems with lesbians, and I'm like, huh? So is she gonna fight with somebody who's a lesbian? Is that what that meant? Or she's lesbians that are gonna be obsessed with her or something? I didn't know what that meant. Whatever. But so Candace calls Leah. She's so timed. Wait, Candace calls Leah. Oh yeah, Candace calling Leah. I keep doing the same thing. Keep calling, Leah, blah blah blah. She calls Leah and says, "Anybody care how Leah is?" Everybody's like, "Yeah, sure. Yeah, how's Leah? Okay, great." But the tantric foods and this whole tantric chef guy. At first, I was like, because we just have Pepsi, right? So we haven't really seen anybody else. And I was like, oh, he's cute. And then I realized he's like a sex tantric chef. I was like, oh, okay. Now I'm all caught up. Okay. I don't know if I don't associate food with sexual whatever or intimacy. I literally barely eat as it is. I don't really eat meat, and when I do, I get really sick. So when I eat, it's very little that I eat, and I eat a lot of like sugary stuff, So even when I do eat like a meal, I don't make a big thing out of it. It's just like I just eat it. And I try to not make it. I just try not to. My husband's like a whole production. I don't do that whole let's sit down and like enjoy my meal all that. Just because I'm really weird with food. So. But I like Jamie. He's a chef, and I like him presenting the food. Like I could, entertainment purposes only, basically. Like if I go out with people, if we go to a restaurant or something, and we go, whatever, I'll just go for the entertainment value of going out to eat. Blah blah blah. Anyway, so we're back to the stupid bottle again, and Giselle. She's talking about and the girls think that Heather's afraid of BED, which I don't know why. I don't know. Whitney brings it. Just the whole conversation is like Heather's afraid of big. I don't know. Whatever. The food looked good. That's all I really was like. So when she brings up the topic of her husband Justin, now this is Whitney. Okay, losing his job due to her career. Despite the awkwardness of the conversation, Whitney feels vindicated that she earned more money than Justin did last year. Now. So that took me back for a second. So Whitney made more money last year than Justin did. Okay. With the Housewives, yeah. Okay, I could see that. Yeah, I didn't know if she meant on Whitney Rose, on her Rose, whatever. But I'm sure with Housewives, I don't know how much they get paid. So I also feel like I don't know if Justin's staying home, which is great. I don't think he's doing anything illegal. But when she's talking about the conversation. Was about when she had that stripper scene with Justin, and then next thing you know, they're saying because he's getting letters from a company he's been at for a long time that Whitney has they don't think they can continue with him if Whitney's on the show or something. It was basically you're showing sex all over. Your wife's very sexual and didn't like agree with that the moral aspect of it. To me, I guess I'm starting to understand when I was a blogger before and people didn't see this. And I guess when I'm typing and I'm saying my opinion, it doesn't come out the way it sounds in my head. So to me, what they did, like when I'm like, I don't know. I'm just very like, I don't know. To me, that was no big deal what they did, right? They were just showing like a stupid scene. It wasn't even like they weren't even completely naked. But if you watch it, they're covered in mud and stuff like that. But they're a married couple, and to me, I'm like, why? I don't understand. Like that's one scene, but like she also has a stripper pole. No big deal. So do I. She's also showing it on camera. Who cares? Like to me, like I thought I was being prude when I see girls wearing thongs, like on Instagram or like out just walking around, like girls like like my nephew's girlfriend's age, like in their 20s and stuff. And I'm like, damn, Krista, I look just as good as that, but I still am not hiding my ass hanging out. But then again, I'm like, well, that's not that bad though, what they're doing. And then Justin's getting fired for it. So it's like, I don't know I don't understand. Like, to me, it's not that big of a deal. they're married, whatever. But like, we're also living in a world where like girls it's okay to walk on the beach with your ass hanging out, but people get fired because they do like way less than that. I don't know, honestly. I don't know. Maybe it's the Mormon thing. I don't know. Maybe it's where they're at. Again, I don't really feel like I don't know. I feel like she said she would have lost her voice if she had to quit the show like she said she was going to. And she would have. I'm pretty sure if they needed him to, or her to quit the show. I mean, that would suck, but like, I don't know. They talk about all the cringy scenes. I remember a couple cringy scenes, but they went back and they showed like, I don't know. The most cringiest thing for me ever was Karen going, Ray, oh Ray. Remember she was in the bathtub and Ray's like 80 years old and he's like climbing the steps all like, like, but poor Ray's like awesome. And you hear Karen, she's like, oh, in the bathtub. She's like, Ray, oh Ray. It's like, oh my God. That and Michael Darby and Ashley, there were some cringy moments. Them trying to like show us that they have sex and stuff. I was like, oh guys, no. But like all the stuff that oh my God, all of the things, like why was that what got him in trouble? So like I was about to say, I don't think he ever did anything illegal. I think we would have known by now. I mean, come on, we went after Mary pretty freaking hard, and Mary did nothing wrong on paper, right? So like, I don't know. I just feel like at the end of the day, this show started out really like strong, and the fact that it's over, I don't know, what is it, 7 episodes? Like, what can we say out of this one? Let's see, we get like Leah, we know, gone forever. I'm like, this girl's gone, definitely. We are not feeling Leah. I don't think we're feeling Heather, but I think it's like at this point it's too late. I feel like Salt Lake is going to start filming if it hasn't already. So at this point, if Andy doesn't fire her for Black Eye Gate, she probably will be gone next the season after that. I definitely feel that like Whitney doesn't have anything to worry about. I feel like Giselle does. Candace, it'll be fine regardless. Candace is not going to get fired. She needs to leave because she is an amazing singer, and that career is way more important, and she needs to spend more time with her husband, like she said. She's going to have babies. So I feel like she has an amazing platform. But hey, I don't know, write it out as long as you can, right? She's got nothing to worry about. Maricel and Alexei definitely have nothing to worry about with Miami. Heather is probably the only one I'm worried. I'm not really worried about because I don't care. I want her gone. Who am I forgetting? Nobody, right? Oh my God. Candace and Giselle. Heather, Whitney. Yeah. 7 episodes. So what I'm hearing they're going to do next, I'm high night. I got everybody too. Like, I'm watching the comments, guys, but I see everybody here. Guys, Naughty Love Movement, the Naughty Love Movement on YouTube. Please follow her, subscribe to her, and follow the Naughty Love Movement 2020 on all the socials. Also, Larger Curves, LRGA, Larger Curve. Follow her, please. Subscribe to her on all the places. Subscribe to her channel, please. Larger Curves. Yeah. And like we all support each other. It's amazing. So, the Juice and Talk Radio Show. Please follow them too. They're awesome. But yeah, so I don't know what. Like, I feel like we should have had like at least 13 episodes of this. And I keep hearing about this whole Roni thing that they're gonna bring the cast of Roni to Dorinda, Drunkenda's, shoot it, call it something. I don't know. Not Roni, call it Ultimate Girls Trip, but not really. Basically, and then they're gonna have Ramona back, and I'm like, why are they still trying to shove her down our throat? We got rid of her for a reason, right? Off with her head. Her head was off, and now she's back. Luann and her show, I don't even think that aired yet. I don't even think nobody's going to watch it. I don't think Andy said it was horrible. So again, why are you doing this to us? Like, this Ultimate Girls Trip, I'm like, okay, none of these ladies really, none of them, they're not ex-wives. The only one that's an ex-wife is Leah. And I mean an ex-housewife. So it did nothing for her career. This is a continuation, like I said, of the other seasons that these ladies are on. And I was here for it at the beginning, but we got nothing. I don't know, that stupid bottle that we lost last week. You think that's over? It's not. I kind of would like to just literally finish this up and just go into today's episode, the last episode that aired today. But I'm just going to tell you, because I'm not doing it next week, that the bottle comes back. It's stupid. I don't really remember what happened. I don't believe that. Oh my God, why, guys? Like, I don't know if they cut out a bunch of episodes. Am I missing something? Because wasn't there a bunch of arguments and fights and an ambulance being called? Because I watched what I thought was the last episode, and it was supposedly over, and I didn't see any of the things that we saw in the previews. Now that I think about it, maybe I missed the whole episode. I don't know. I could have. I don't think so. But this is like my third week doing this, right? Third week, maybe. Wow. I did the first 4. I did 5, 6. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, guys, none of you guys have watched this show or this franchise, it seems like. So, I mean, besides Sarah, Gaddy and Nani Pally, but again, none of them needed to revive their careers, so we don't have to worry about any of that. Heather needs to be gone. Heather just needs to, my whole thing, we ain't fucking with you no more. I don't care about Black Eye. I don't care if Jen Shah gave you the black eye or didn't give you the black eye. The bitch is gone. The fact that you still are talking about her and we're still talking about Jen Shah is bananas to me. I now see that we have a lot of Beverly Hills stuff coming in, which is going to happen. They want to get us all ready. So, of course, I'm kind of welcoming it because I'm over Jersey. I'm going to recap every episode of Jersey. I'm going to point out my opinions. I'm not going to argue you guys first Gorga anymore. I just won't. Know whose side I'm on? Frank Italian's, and I'm on Kim D's side. That's it. I'm on Kim D's side. I'm neutral. I'm Switzerland. Actually, they're both assholes. I hate both of them at this point. I'm not team either one. But this just reminded me of like when we had Melissa and Teresa on the Ultimate Girls trip and how they were getting along. And I was extremely excited for that. I remember watching that going, finally, people are going to see the girls or the women I know that get along, well, were getting along for a while and that are fun and are like actually more enjoyable to watch on TV when they're getting along and Teresa's not unhappy. But yeah. So tomorrow I'll be back for Ultimate Girls. I'll be back for Jersey at 4:30 and Vanderpump at 6:30. And oh my God, we have a lot to talk about. Yes, I know. With Vanderpump, the reunion's not airing until June. It sounds very far away, but if you're not into Scandal, we need to see these episodes first. And I just hope that they're the episodes that lead right up into the reunion. If he has a break in between them airing and then the reunion, that's going to suck. But if we have enough episodes to get us to the reunion that's in June with Vanderpump, we need to watch it because holy, this is just right. This is here I'm talking about Vanderpump on there. What we watched on Vanderpump like last night is I guess the week before all the news breaks, and I think that's when they picked up filming again. And thank God Ariana has a new man, because if I were her watching back at Vanderpump now, holy shit. And yes, I realize it's 38 minutes and I am done with Ultimate Girls Trip. Listen, I don't know if anybody's still here, if you guys are even into Ultimate Girls Trip. I'm about to be done with this. I'm not going to recap Vanderpump right now, but we could talk about some things with Vanderpump because, yeah, like, oh my God. So, anybody care if we move on? Let's see, 38 minutes. I don't know, 40 minutes isn't bad of Ultimate Girls Trip. So I'm not going to Vanderpump recap, but whoever's here, let's just get into this little, not the episode per se, not recaps, but the confessionals, the confessionals. Guys, the confessionals. Okay. First observation, Tom Sandoval. Now, it did. You're talking about Ultimate Girls Trip, right? Just, yeah, like, and then the one that was on today, the last episode, it was, like, I'm like, okay, great. I just hope, Nani, that I'm not, like, basically going against, I was saying that, like, we need to get out of the headspace that these franchises are going to fail with no criminalistic behavior because, like, that's all we were, we're like, oh my God, Jen Shaw's leaving her. We're not, the franchise is going to fail. Beverly Hills is going to suck, blah, blah, blah. If Eric is not, and this, and I'm like, wait. We've had 12 years of like no criminalistic behavior, and we have been great. We would have been multiple just fine. So I don't know if that's where my head is at with this. Maybe I'm just like, oh, I don't know. But I just feel like, yeah, it fell flat. It's over. And I'm like, thank God none of them had to revive their careers, because except we don't care about Leah. Poor Leah. Poor Leah. That is the funniest thing. It's like not even poor Leah. It's like gross Leah. I'm going to call her gross, disgusting Leah. That's what I got from this entire season is gross, disgusting Leah. She's not poor Leah. But if you haven't watched today's episode, the last one, she gets on Alexia gets on Candace about smoking. No, Alexis gets on Whitney about smoking weed at nighttime. Another comment about somebody smoking legal marijuana at night after the kids go to bed from a housewife. Then, all judgy, Leah goes, hey, well, you were married to our cartel. Touche, bitch. Yes, you were. And Alexia comes back with, well, something about spending his money. I spent the legal money and blah, 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 blah. And then again, I'm thinking to myself, but Leah, even though Leah didn't start that argument, Leah was also married to the mom. So basically, none of you's got shit to say. None of you should be saying anything. But, yeah, Alexia with all that. Yeah. And Leah with all that. Like, it's just, I don't know. Leah tried to have so many moments, but it fell completely. Like you said, it fell flat for you. It fell flat for me. I feel like we're missing something. Did we miss? Did they take out like episodes or something? Or did I miss the ambulance? Or I don't know, guys. Like they do more than 7. I thought they did more than 7 episodes. But so Vanderpump. Oh God, guys, the confessional. The confessional. Start with Rachel Raquel. Well, no, start with Sandoval. Not his confessionals. His entire freaking his entire attitude, intensity. Now, tell me if I'm projecting, because I didn't want to say this last week at the wake party, because I feel like that was a wake party of a different kind. You know what I'm saying? No big deal. Don't care. Not judging. Sandoval, on the other hand, is a business owner who's trying to have meetings with important people and talk about important business stuff. And the dude is, not only is he a sweaty mess at the white party or at Sheena's wedding party, whatever that was, the dude is intense. He's angry. He's flipping out. I'm like, okay. Like I said, this isn't a Vanderpump recap. I'm just talking about some key points on the Vanderpump episode and the confessionals, because let me know if I'm projecting, because you guys know I'm in recovery. So, I try not to be like, project my old self onto people. I think Sandoval might be a little, to me, he might be doing or something of that nature. And that would make a lot of sense if you're watching. If anybody knows people that have ever done that, watching him and knowing the Tom Sandoval we've watched for 10 seasons, 13 years, I feel like this is a completely different person. It all makes sense why he did what he did to Ariana. Yes, I know, Miami girl, blah, blah, blah. He's cheated before. This is different. This is a whole ass relationship, affair, marriage, basically marriage that he did this. And watching him, his face, his just everything. I'm like, oh, damn. I understand why people aren't calling him out for it, because he owns restaurants. And I don't think people would want him to get that kind of reputation. I don't know. My observation is something's up. And that would make sense what he did what he did. I've never seen this intense, this angry, this, Schwartz yelling at him. Not that I'm a Schwartz fan at the moment, but you didn't get a notification. Hold on. You didn't get a notification? Guys, do you guys actually get one? Now, who has my notifications on? Let me know if you actually get one, not just Facebook. Do you get a YouTube notification when I go live or when I'm going live, guys? Let me know. Sometimes I hear that you do, and sometimes, like, Reality said you didn't. Now, I'm saying he, she, because I don't know, because, like I've said this before with City Winery, you guys know what I look like. If you guys come to meet me, I don't know what half you guys look like. So, forgive me if I'm saying, like, they, he, she, whatever. But, Sandoval, oh God, if I'm projecting this, I'm sorry. Thank you. Why do you, now this weirdo, known me since we were, I don't know, in 8th grade. I'm live, 3 times a week. I know that I don't have like my personal, I do have personal, he's like, you look amazing. So you haven't watched any of my lives since we started being like, seriously. It's the first time you've actually watched my live? Come on, man. I kind of figured that out the other day. But anyway, I get my notifications. You do? Make sure you have them on all, guys, too. Like you have them on notifications or personal. I don't know what the difference is. I know that when I have mine on, I have to hit all. Okay, but oh my God, guys. So Sandoval, if I'm projecting, I'm sorry, but watch him at the white party. Knowing what we know now, I'm even if he wasn't doing what he did with Raquel, I'd be worried. The dude is intense. Now, the cringiest shit is Raquel's confessionals. You guys, talking about how she was completely offended by the Garcelle's son still being married. Just dude's separated. Dude lives in his own apartment, right? Dude is legally separated, but has still been sleeping with his ex-wife or soon-to-be ex-wife. Hey, it happens. If that happens, maybe he's making her false promises. I don't know. We're talking about Garcelle's son. What's his name? Oliver. But the fucking worst part is Raquel going, how dare, I'm getting dragged on social media. I'm getting looked at like a mistress. That's not fair. Blah, blah, blah. Now, it's alarming. It's extremely alarming to sleep with your friend's dude for 9 months and make that and completely have no accountability. It's even more alarming when you are on a reality TV show and you know what you're doing and you don't I don't know if did you think you weren't going to get caught? I don't know what you were thinking when doing these confessionals, but when Raquel or Rachel does these confessionals and plays herself the fuck out, it's like, that's alarming. What would less alarm me is knowing that she went into this treatment center because she's watched herself back and knowing like what she did and watching herself play herself out that badly. Girl, I'm worried. I was like, I'm alarmed. I'm worried. I'm like, this all makes sense. I feel like her also, her kissing shorts. Again, that was cringy enough to see them confessionals. Sandoval, now, we're seeing all of what people were seeing. Now, I'm going to come out and say this now because I'm kind of a little aggravated because we did not suspect Sandoval and Raquel. We didn't because we're not in their lives every day. But everybody around them did. And you see it now. So again, nobody was completely surprised when they found out about Raquel. Like we were, but they were not. And now I'm starting to see how they weren't really getting away with it because they were getting people were suspecting it. The fact that he was at the Abbey at 1 in the morning and the person to say word one is Allie, James's girlfriend, about the inappropriateness of Sandoval dancing with Raquel at the Abbey at 1 in the morning and her thinking she obviously saw something that was not right or she would have not ever said anything. Because if she just saw them hanging out, whatever, her not being in the group that long, she wouldn't have said anything. You know what I'm saying? So what she saw is complete. I am like, wow, go Allie. Now, again, there was so many times where people were calling we're not even there yet. We're not even to the inappropriate like sexting and shit. But this girl is now sleeping with him. We know now is sleeping with Tom Sandoval. And every confessional is about how they make her look bad. She's not a mistress. Crying that she finally have found it. Oh my God. Apologizing about the whole, she gets it now. She apologized, but something about Schwartz. And, crying that she's just trying to figure out who she is. And all about, how they've been bullying her. That's all great, girlfriend. You are making sense there. You're making sense if we didn't know what you did. And if we were still on this all would have been like, we would have been hugging Raquel. We would have been cheering for Raquel. We would have been like, go Raquel. Like if in these confessionals, because we would have been like, oh, poor Raquel. girl, like, what? Alarming is all I can say is like, wow, did you not think we were going to, you knew you were going to get caught eventually, right? I don't know if she thought like, me too. I don't know if she thought that when that Sandoval was, I don't know, like that we weren't ever going to find out that they were hooking up now. So when she did her confessionals, she was trying to play us. I mean, she's playing us, obviously, but she thought, I don't know. I'm like, I hope that she went into treatment because she watched herself back and was like, wow, I'm a real fucking asshole. Like, I did, she was not self-aware. Not any time did she look at herself and say, hey, self, yes, Raquel. The fact that you like keep doing this with your friend's guy and that you think there's, that it's wrong. You can say it's morally wrong, but you keep doing it, you don't care. And then self said, yeah, you're effed up. Like, you really need to stop doing this. But like, you did it for 9 months. And then you're on confessionals crying and trying to tell us, see, this is what makes me now believe that she was playing us the whole time. Because she's so good at it. Like, except for the fact that we know that she is a liar, pants on fire, and a mistress. But getting back to all these cringe confessionals, that the fact that he literally goes, oh my God, Sandoval goes, Raquel, talking about the giving the key, Schwartz's key to her, and Ariana has to tell him to stop saying Tom. Stop saying Raquel. That's so. Raquel is even like, oh, hello, Sebastian. I didn't know Sebastian was here. I didn't see it. I missed that. The fact that that Ariana is like, Tom, stop. I'm like, oh my God. Like, there's so many times that, yes, this is Ultimate Girls Trip Sebastian. I know. I'm a little bit, at 38 minutes, I said, screw it. I was done. I have to start talking. I'm not recapping Vanderpump until tomorrow, but I am talking about some cringy moments because if not, I'm going to have to talk about them tomorrow. And it's going to mess our whole recap. But guys, oh my God. So many times I want to jump on. And I got to figure out how to do like fast reels or fast whatever, because every time, every episode, even the not the scene moments, the not scene moments that we had to watch before last night's episode, holy shit. I'm like, wow, listen, I'm a little pissed because I think like Schwartz did say, it seemed like an open secret, blah, blah, and I'm like, no effing way. But, people were really calling them out from day one about this whole affair. And now it's like, wow, guys, like, this is supposedly not re-edited to make anything look like anything, but production had to have known. Production had to have known that something was coming. And this is supposedly not the worst part. Like, this isn't the cringiest part. Apparently, there's even worse conversations coming. Like, that she has one with Ariana that's really bad. So, yeah. Did you guys watch What Happens Live? And did you watch Sheena on Watch What Happens Live? Because my impression that I'm getting from Sheena is that they're not mad at Schwartz like I thought they should be. I feel like they should be a lot madder at Schwartz than they are. But again, I just feel like he kissing Raquel and her leaving all these cringy confessionals, like she really liked him. And she's acting like she's upset that he's like not talking about her in a romantic way. And she's like, I'm a little disappointed. And I'm thinking to myself, shut up. Like, oh my God, girl, like you're like a horse of a different color, because either she's the dumbest in the world, or she's the smartest person in the world. I want to go with not smart. Like, I don't know. I don't think that she thought that we were going to find out all her. I don't know what she thought, because if she knew what was coming, why would you leave these confessionals that are irrelevant? Like, you're getting dragged on social media and you're offended. Dude even had his own apartment. They were just then they're separated. You were screwing a whole friend's dude. Like, I don't know, man. They said that this is nothing compared to what we're going to see, but I feel like, wow, like if this is nothing, I'm glad she's where, like, and everybody's like, oh, it's a resort. Look, I know what a wellness center is. I understand it looks like a spa. If she needs a break, and that's going to be the place where she'll have some guidance or like some therapy, and like wellness retreat sounds like something that like she needs, but I feel like she has something, whatever's wrong. At her age, I feel like she's going to need like follow-up treatment, maybe just like some kind of treatment her whole life, maybe. I also didn't realize, I've never heard this before until just recently, that she had apparently her, like the beginning of her life, like her childhood she was adopted, and her childhood, they said she went through a lot. Like, I don't know, with her adopted parents, I don't know. I didn't hear any of that. That would give me a little pause too, and be like, okay, well, she didn't always have this perfect, rich, the life that she has, apparently. Like, it appears that she has these great, parents that have always paid for everything, well, whatever. Like, that's not always the best, whatever. But she seemed like she came from a good upbringing and just lost her way. But apparently she's had some damage. Like, she's got some damage and some healing from her past. Do I think it makes you into a person that thinks that what you're doing is cool? I don't know. Like I said, this girl is a horse of a different color. I can't seem to figure her out. Even if she's got childhood trauma, she's not the way she's acting is just it's baffling. Again, if you knew that you were doing what you were doing, why would you do these confessionals? Why would you say the things that you're saying? I would run and hide, and I would be like, I don't know. I just wouldn't do it. I don't know. But you see Tom Sandoval throughout this entire episode. You see the wheels turning in his head. We're now watching this cringy moments, the cringy times. He literally basically is like, I don't know. I think it's pure jealousy, and he's like, Raquel. I don't think that he was. I think he was pissed that she kissed Tom Schwartz. I think that they're disgusting for doing it. I think that they did it completely to hurt Katie, not for any other reason, not because they were a decoy. I don't think they meant to be a decoy. I think that they did it, and Tom did it knowing that she was screwing Sandoval. And as much as I want to say that Tom Schwartz, I kept sticking up for him, dude found out in August. He's going to come out. I guarantee you he's going to eventually tell us that he knew about every stupid little thing. He did not think it was an emotional affair. He knew that they were sleeping together the whole time. He knew everything. And this whole thing makes it so much worse, because that just him kissing her to get back at Katie is not getting your Schwartz back. Getting your Schwartz back is doing what Katie did. Screwing people behind behind closed doors. Just watching this thing now, in the very beginning, yes, did I say, Katie, screw you, blah, 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 blah. If this is a real thing, if this girl is really who we think she is, Raquel, wonderful. If Sandoval is really a stand-up husband we thought he was trying to be, wonderful. If you're in love. Raquel thought it was okay to say to Katie, oh, I just want to hook up with him. I'm not planning on having a relationship with him. Okay. To me, if you're going to do that, you're, like I said about Sandoval, your asses better be fucking in love. You better be like literally each other's kryptonite, in love, and you better come correct and be like, I'm sorry, we fell in love, blah, blah, blah. Not, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm just going to hook up with him though, Katie. No, sorry. As much as I don't like Katie, wrong thing, Raquel. That wasn't good. I know that Lala is probably kicking herself for pulling Raquel aside and saying, they'll never let anybody tell you you're a mistress. You're not a mistress. They'll never let anybody tell you that. I'll never doubt Lala again. Like I said, just because this happened, it just makes her not the same as Raquel, because like I said, progress, evolution, blah, blah, blah. She's evolving. She's learned from her mistakes. Like I'm also same way. Everything that I bitch about, like with Teresa and all that, and everything I say and I project, I'm like, listen, I know where I came from. I know where I was. I know where I'm at now. And like I've evolved. I've learned from my mistakes. So I feel like I can call these people out. Do I have to watch them and project my drug habit, or drug addiction onto other people? Yeah. But if you guys please tell me if you think that Tom Sandoval, there's something up. I'm not saying he's been a long time addict. No. I'm saying the Tom Sandoval that we are seeing on TV, regardless of Rachel Raquel's situation, this is not the Tom that we have seen for 13 years. And I don't care. I'm not going to say Miami Girl. Miami Girl is a drunken kiss, whatever that was. That wasn't an affair on his wife, because it was Ariana, but I'm going to say his wife, his partner in life, because you don't need a piece of paper to be married to somebody. I believe that they lived like married people. He made a colossal mountain of bad mistakes in the last 2 years, or however long it's been since they shot the season last year. I feel like he's made a colossal ton of mistakes, and I feel like maybe there's some substance abuse, not just alcohol, and something that I think that Sandoval could tackle and overcome, yeah, if that's the case, or something has made him extremely angry and tense, because again, it can't be Ariana pissing him off, because he's starting confessionals about her and talking crap on her. I'm like, dude, something's putting him in some kind of mind state that, all right, good, I'm like, people aren't saying anything. I'm like, am I like wrong here? Because nobody was commenting, but something's up. Like, something's up. He's yelling and screaming. He's yelling about everything. Tom Schwartz has to yell at him. We're going to see some real, I hear this is nothing compared to what we're going to see. And I don't want his, I don't like people's reputation to be falsely, I'm going to say allegedly. I don't want his reputation. If his friend group and people in his life have noticed this problem and noticed there's something up with him, I hope that they're pushing him to do something. Exactly. It can't just be that he's angry. Because what's he that angry about? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that this is an excuse for what he did to Ariana. What it would do is put him in a mind state of psychosis. If he's abusing a substance for long periods of time, he was being, he did trip on camera, guys. Remember, he did trip for the entire night. So I was disappointed about that, but Greg seemed to still want to invest with them, and I've always said that Lisa Vanderpump wouldn't invest in these two guys, put her name on something with them if she did not trust them. Do I think Tom has a problem? And if it's a problem, is it something he can't figure out? Yeah, I think he can figure it out. I think though, but something's up, and I don't, he stopped drinking for 4 days when he was on Howie, but then he was drinking again after that. Not that I'm not saying he wasn't sitting there saying I'm sober. I also think that when he said that, he also stopped doing it. Could be Adderall, guys. Could be Adderall. I don't know. When I've heard a lot of people comment about this episode. Now, I am talking about Vanderpump and saying that it was a different type of white party, and I agreed, but I didn't really think about Tom Sandoval in that group until I watched this episode again, and I'm like, wow, he's fucking angry. He's angry. And Tom has yelled one other time. He didn't even yell at Jax when Jax screwed Kristen. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude, something's different. And he's got success. He's doing what the hell he wants. With no, he literally made an excuse during the episode when Schwartz said, dude, we needed this thing to be done, this important thing for our restaurant. And his excuse when he went and got his nails done and went to band practice. And Tom Sandoval, the most, I thought, level-headed businessman, the best guy in the world, says, well, when I scheduled this band practice, it was months ago, and I'm not going to walk around Hollywood with chipped paint on my fingernails. Then don't cry that you want your restaurant to open on August 31st when you didn't do shit because you didn't want your nails to be fucking looking like shitty. Again, this is not the Tom Sandoval. Look, I don't know him personally, but if people do, I need people's opinions to either tell me I'm wrong or what they think. Does anybody else think that? Be honest with knowing if you're really invested and emotionally invested in this show and these characters like we have been or I have been. Tell me what you honestly think. And don't just say it because we hate him right now. Just be honest, because I'm watching it and this is not the Tom that. This is why I think we're all shocked, because, again, this is not the Tom that we saw. His friends, obviously, his friend group has seen something with Raquel, something's up. And I'm pretty sure that Ariana probably realized that something was up with him too, and was doing everything. Like I said, she even said she was turning into the woman I wanted her. No, a lot of people don't. That's crazy. But like, I appreciate people that show up and come to my lives too, even though this was supposed to be Ultimate Girls Trip. But you don't watch it at all, huh? And that was the first one I ever watched. It's literally, that's my number one, and like Southern Charm's number two. But watching it, this is not the Sandoval that, I've always said this. Like, I don't fangirl over Hollywood people or anything. I fangirl over like Tom Sandoval, that's like the one and only, and Ryan Bailey, another podcaster, for various reasons. Not because I want to have sex with Ryan Bailey, but respect-wise, podcaster-wise, I fangirl over Ryan, and I would tell him that too. And Terry knows that. But he either thinks I'm a complete batshit crazy nut, or He has no idea that I'm obsessed with him. Pretty sure he is, though. Pretty sure he figured that out like 3 years ago. But I also, and like, again, when Schwartz says that Sandoval's excuses is ADHD, yeah, friend, I have that as well. And I get the favorite friend thing, I get the favorite person thing, I get the obsession thing, I get the intensity thing. That's not this. This is something else. This is ADHD with, I feel like, a substance added to it, not just drinking. It was 10 o'clock in the morning at Lisa Vanderpump's house, and he's a hot, sweaty fangirl there. He was a hot, sweaty, intense mess, screaming and spitting at Schwartz. Again, I give Schwartz all the loyalty points and all the loyalty friend credits in the world, all the non-rat credits in the world, and the great friend credits in the world. You don't got to feel extra about it. Like, I agree with Schwartz at the moment when he was at Lisa Vanderpump's. I disagree with him co-signing Tom's crap for 10 months. These confessionals tell us so much more about Raquel. Again, more questions, more of that, more like, what the fuck? Scary, alarming. I'm glad she's getting whatever treatment. Listen, a wellness place, you still have rules and regulations. The girl can't probably just, get on a phone call, or like, I don't know how Sandoval was supposed. I did hear that Sandoval was supposed to join her. I don't know how that happened at a wellness place, but if that's what she's doing, Sandoval's should not be joining her. That's not going to, like, it's not going to break it. I don't know, whatever they're doing. I hope that she gets some type of, like, I don't know, something. I don't know. Everybody says, oh, like, because an interesting comment. I've seen Jamie on there. That's the person that's friends with Sheena, right? Is that Jamie? Jamie? I haven't been able to watch Ryan's. I'm gonna go watch Ryan's stuff, but I'll see what he says. Did he say something about what I'm saying? Because, like, I after yesterday, I haven't this whole week, actually the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've been doing either my lives, watching the shows and doing the lives, but I haven't really been going on and checking, like, a lot of the actual recaps from other podcasters. Like, I subscribe to all Ryan's stuff, but I haven't had time to go in and listen to a lot of other things. So I don't know what people are actually saying about Jamie. Yeah, I think I know who that is. Jamie. I think he's friends with them. Is he friends with the group? Yeah, I'm interested, because I don't know if, like I said, my whole point was I haven't seen anybody else's recaps or comments about this episode or about Sandoval. So I don't know if anybody else is picking up on what I did. And if they're not, then I don't know. And I could be completely, like I said, projecting my old self onto him. I don't know. I'm looking for reasons, I'm looking for not excuses for Sandoval. I'm just also, like I said, without the Raquel shit, just his intensity his whole thing would throw me off, Okay, yeah, I'll have to check it out. Okay, I thought maybe he was saying something about this, or about Vanderpump. I know that Ryan's as emotionally invested in the Vanderpump Rules as I am, because he's, not only a huge fan of the show, he lives there, he's friends with a lot of them. So he's just as, like, baffled and alarmed as I am. So I should check out some of Ryan's stuff, because I'm interested to see how he's faring with this whole scandal. And again, everybody says, oh, God damn it, they're waiting until we're not going to care by the time the reunion comes. I think we're going to care, because if these episodes are already this cringe, if you guys don't watch it, you should. But if they're already this cringe, I can't imagine how much worse it's going to be. And we're going to need to see probably. I'm going to want to see every single episode. And it's going to lead us up right into the reunion. And, we heard about it. We've heard all the bells and whistles that went off there. I still think that even come June, we're still going to be blowing the fuck out of our chairs, out of our seats. And it's going to be just as good as if they would have just aired it sooner. I'm glad that Ariana has moved on to another person. He looks awesome. He looks like a really cool dude. Apparently he's from New York, and he's somebody that hangs out with them. And I guess she looks like she's doing good. She looks happy. Looks like a dude that I pictured now. Looking at this guy, looks like I picture Ariana with that guy. That looks like a guy she'd be with. And I'm like, wow, why did I ever think? I was also, if people don't know me, like I said, I fangirled over Tom Sandoval. I thought he was the like, not only did I find him attractive and hot and all that, I also thought he was such a good thing, like just a great dude altogether. And the night that I found out that he had this affair, I just remember me and Gabby on the phone. I think it was like probably 3 a.m. for me. And I'm like kind of hyperventilating and sweating and like just couldn't even believe it. And that's when I thought maybe he just had sex with her. This is before this whole thing. So again, if I feel this way, I can't imagine what Ariana feels. And like I say, thank God she has met and moved on with somebody else right now, because I couldn't imagine having to watch this back, knowing that my dude in this whole time, they were like, you see so much, like so many times when you just see him and fucking Raquel look at each other and you just know. And I'm like, obviously nobody knew at the time, but like people were picking up on it. But poor Ariana, because every time it happens, she's not looking. She's looking the other way. And the camera catches it. We catch it. Thank God she's got another dude with her, because I would be fucking, dude, I can't even, okay, like, let me tell you guys a story real quick. I won't say any names, but there's a person that my ex-boyfriend I was with for a long time cheated on me with a friend of mine. She wasn't a friend after I found out, but for about a year. And it wasn't, okay, and I basically is what kept me on paper until 2017. And then also got in trouble during this time. But that was the first thing, is like, when I go to court, I went after this girl a couple times, physically went after her. And after a while, like, even after now, like after years after that, after I was pissed at myself because, you know, eventually fuck him and moved on and I met my husband, blah, blah, blah. But even being in a happy, committed relationship, just the principle of what she did, it just would make me rage. And I still to this day I would want to, like, there's only 2 people that I would want to kick their teeth down her throat. M is one of them, and the other one is this girl. This girl isn't even on social media because she's so afraid of me. Like, I'm 5 foot nothing, as this big guy JP on here. I'm 5 foot nothing. I'm 120 pounds. I'm not scary to look at, but crazy, and that's what you have to be afraid of. And just believe me, I don't want to get back to person either. But I can imagine, like, I know the rage that it is that when your friend does this to you and your dude does this to you, just the level of deceit is just so much worse than if it was just some random. It's not like what Howie said. He didn't just cheat on his girlfriend and have an affair with somebody, random person. He literally did it with her friend, and that's what makes a difference. So it's been 1 hour and 12 minutes. I started out with my girls trip, which really sucked. And I hate to say that because, again, I got all excited in the very beginning, as I always do. And I'm like, just like with OC last year, I was excited about Noella for about a week. And that was like all downhill. Then I was not excited about my girls trip 1 and 2. And they were like amazing. And then this started and I got excited in the beginning. And it's over. It's over. It's literally over. Today's the last one. So next week, I'm going to need I'm going to be short a show. I'm going to be short a live. So I'm still going to be doing Jersey next week, which is also exhausting. I also don't feel like talking about it anymore, but I will because everybody else does. And Vanderpump, obviously. So, Gab, if you're on here still, my lovely friend and assistant, we need a 3rd show because we're going to be out unless something's coming on. I don't know. Is something else coming on? I'm going to check that out, Terry. See, I'm an empath and intuitive too, but like, I don't trust my intuition yet, so I can't tell usually if it's me or the person's like, I'm picking up on their emotions and their feelings and their energy or mine. And again, like, I'm having a hard time trying to decipher what it is. So it's like I can't trust my intuition and I'm not an obvious empath. Like, you guys see that, but my intuitive, like, oh my God. And as much as my guides will sit there and tell me, trust it. And I'm always right when I do find out, when I am validated. But again, I don't know. You see how I have conversations with you guys, but I'm also having them in my head and with myself. I'm answering the questions and the opinions I'm asking you guys for. If I'm right or wrong, I tell myself out of it. But, yeah. I'm going to check that out, Terry, because I'm curious. And yeah, I've heard of this person. Yeah. Yeah. So, like I said, we wrapped up with my girl trip. I'm not going to do the last episode. Believe me, even if you've watched it, I told you what happened. It's nothing. The bottle comes back up. Stupid bottle. I didn't see anything about Heather, anybody going to in an ambulance or going to a hospital besides Leah. It wasn't as crazy, as dramatic as they showed us in the previews. The fights I didn't really see. I thought that there was going to be. I'm confused why we only have 7 episodes. I don't remember if that's a usual Ultimate Girls Trip. I don't think it is. Maybe it was with Drunken Des. I don't know. Anybody want to have any thoughts about Roni going back to Roni, but calling it Ultimate Girls Trip? Don't know how that's going to happen. And being at Drunken Des. So basically, we can say that Andy Cohen sucks. Dorinda's, you know what? Ramones, you know what? The Gorgas, you know what? And Tom Sandoval's, you know what? And that's it. I'm convinced, and probably Erica's too. Because Andy, dude, what are you doing? Like, what? I think that why? And apparently also Brandy's, because Brandy's, even though she says she's not getting jobs, she's filming. What are we doing, Andy? Who cares, right? No, we all do care. We don't want her back. We don't want Ramona back. I don't know if you're throwing her a bone. I don't know what the F you're doing. Get over it, my friend. Andy, get over it. Drunkinda, don't want it. I'm not thinking she's funny drunk. She's not funny any longer. And Terry's like, I'm leaving. It's not funny to me the way she yells and screams at everyone. I didn't think it was cute. I don't think Sonia I don't think it's funny Sonia no more when she's drunk and she's taking her clothes off and dancing on tables. That's not cute and funny anymore. It's unhealthy for her mental health. And it's unhealthy for us to watch, to have Ramona on our TVs because she's 8. Okay? And we know that. The woman doesn't want to change. We try. She don't want to change. The woman's nuts. We don't need her on our show. She's not the right person any longer for Bravo. She's what Bravo is. She's what we look at Bravo for, and and we look at them sideways. Like, you saw that, right? You see that, right? Bravo? Okay, great. Apparently not, but all right, guys. I see you guys are dwindling right now. It's going down. But hello, Twitter. I see all you people on Twitter. Appreciate you guys for always showing up. All my new subscribers. Again, if you are private, which you wouldn't even know if you were for Google or Gmail, whatever, for YouTube, I won't see your names, but I see the numbers, and I appreciate it, and love you guys, and it's great. I do have to mention Housewives and Headlines. We did not put a new episode out for this week yet. That is definitely going to be, you're going to get 2 episodes this week, hopefully. You're definitely going to get a new one this week, and you're definitely going to get a bonus episode. And I'm sorry about not having it out by Saturday, but things got extremely backed up with New York and all things happened. And then let's see what else. So, yes. We started you on tomorrow with Jersey, Vanderpump recap, and a little bit more. I won't say too much more of what I said today. I'm curious what people think about my observation, I guess, or opinion of Tom Sandoval. And I'm not talking about Raquel. I'm talking about his intensity. I think that he needs some substance abuse treatment, or maybe he has stopped doing that, and I don't know, because I saw the other day that he's actually shaved and cut his hair. Porn stash is gone. I also heard that him and Ross and Rachel were on a break, and also that Terry 444. I just noticed 444 in your thing. I'm all about angel numbers. Sorry, I have to point it out. Yeah, I don't know. I also know that when you do that stuff, okay. I want to say he's a weekend warrior, but it looks like at 10 o'clock in the morning on Lisa Vanderpump's. Maybe not. Maybe he got out of hand. Maybe a weekend warrior thing started out as that, got out of hand. He started doing a lot of it more. Just saying, if that's the case, doing more of it, it can change your psyche. It can make you believe, it would probably take about a week him not doing a substance for him to come back to reality and then realize all the mistakes that he made, and he had talked himself into thinking that and basically excuse the hell out of everything that he did in last year is what's going to happen. Because what he has done in last year is not the Tom Sandoval that we have watched for 13 years. I'm not going to take Miami Girl as a indication that he's another Randall or another Harvey Weinstein. I think the dude has either had some kind of some life crisis thing, midlife crisis at 40. He got a little out of hand with some substances. Also convinced him that what he was doing was the right thing for him, maybe for himself, but not for, in the long run, not for himself. I think that he's going to wake up from this and be completely shattered by the destruction and path of destruction that he has left, not only with his restaurants, his business. I feel like his partners are mad at him. I also think his band was mad at him. I found out some other things with his band member, who's also, Howie Mandel's something manager. That whole thing. So listen, it wasn't a surprise to a lot of people. Tom Sandoval, Schwartz was not just saying it was an open secret because he wanted to he was trying to excuse it. It seems like it kind of was. It seems like a lot of people knew about this and nobody had definitive proof except for a few people, but this wasn't a surprise to the group. And I feel bad that I think we're going to see Ariana confront him about it before they get caught. So no, they did not do a good job of keeping it completely secret. They were completely irresponsible, disgusting, out in their faces about it. And again, like, we're watching the Tom Sandoval that we think he is from the last 13 seasons. And we're hearing about what he did. And we're like, it's not registering, right? Because that's not who, like, what? No. And then now watching it, it's not registering because, again, I'm watching a completely different person. And I think that a lot of people are realizing that. And if anything, that is less scary for me than to think that he was a completely false persona. Like, he was a completely false, sheep in wolf clothing, or wolf in sheep's clothing. Sorry, Jersey Teresa. I'm like, drink the same water as Teresa. So not only do my words I get confused, I can't really finish whole sentences. But processing, it's like I'm like, my brain is thinking about what I have to say next before my mouth gets out what I just said. So yeah, I feel like it's better than him just being like, a complete and utter like failure at relationships, life, whatever. Whatever's going on with him, I hope that Ariana heals and maybe has some kind of insight later on about what happened. I'm looking, from what I can see, she's like looking at this whole thing like, was our whole relationship fake or was just the last year? But something's up with dude. And I hope that he does, if there is a substance problem, whatever, he reflects and he gets some time to, I don't know, fix whatever the hell is going on that's making him so angry and stressed out and all this. Whether it's a substance or not, I think it is. And when he reflects back, and if he's not really in love with Rachel Raquel, which I don't think he is, I think that the way he said it is he wasn't getting any affection or emotional love of all that from Ariana. Not an excuse, but he said she gave it to him. That was the first person that showed him any kind of attention. Again, that is more like a rebound type thing, right? Of course, like Ashley from Potomac said, when you're not getting it at home and the first person that shows you attention, yeah, that you could confuse that for love. Also, if there's a substance issue, Sandoval is going to wake up from this, and whether he's really in love with Rachel or not, whether that could be a good relationship, I don't think it could be, because the girl completely can't even tell the truth for 5 seconds. She has no idea what's going on or who she is, and that's not, I don't know. I feel like this is going to be something, this last year is going to be a huge learning lesson for Tom. And I think it's going to be a mistake that he made, and it's going to be hard to recover from. I think that Rachel, something's up with this, with up here, and whether I feel like she's at the right place or not. I also think that she thought this was the cool girl thing to do when she was getting her confidence and all, whatever. She said she didn't know who she was. I agree with you, but what you became and what you thought was cool isn't. And like Lala said, before she knew about this, you're going to need a lot of love and a lot of support. And I suggest you find that, because you're going to get, you're stepping into something. And this was before Sandoval. So imagine now, if Lala, the person that wants to literally like probably kill the girl, is worried and saying these things. And then that's where I was like, okay, you know what? I'm also not an asshole. Like, I can be an asshole. Yes, I agree when they're like, oh, it's fun to drag them. Should we stop? Is it too much? Mob mentality. And both Sheena and Lala like, no, we're having fun. But all said and done, something's up with her thinking this is cool. It's alarming to me. I don't know what the deal is, where she's at. I hope that she's reflecting on this. And I hope that she's looking back. And Sandoval, if you're doing that, my friend, I promise you, the thoughts you're having now are not going to be the same thoughts you're having when you're completely sober, and you're like sober for like a month, 2 months, 3 months. It's called the 90-day or the 120 day. It's called the pink bubble. Get on your pink cloud, your pink bubble, Sandoval, and you're going to be like, I know, I hope that you're disgusted by your behavior that went on for 9 months. Like I said, people are like, oh, he made a mistake. A mistake is making a left instead of a right. This became a thing where it's like, it looks like a character flaw for them both, but a character flaw that just came about is not gelling for me. So I hope that I'm not making an excuse for him by, I'm not excusing his behavior, but it would make sense to me now watching his scenes, making sense that he did what he did with Rachel Raquel. That would give me at least, it would give us all at least like, oh my God, how did this happen without us knowing? Or how did he do this with, this is not something we expected. That would make him, that would disillusion him to think that what he did was right. And acting selfish at this late, this stage of your life, acting that selfish maybe wasn't the best thing to do. Like, maybe he could have did this a different way. Again, maybe, the anger is wearing off, and I'm starting to, see it with like, I guess it's the stages of grief. I don't know, but I'm watching it back, and I'm like, I'm looking for the signs, and I'm like, we're never going to see any signs from these prior seasons. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, he's not even the same dude. Like, this is not even the same dude. So yeah, I'm gonna go because I just repeated myself right there. Okay, I will see you guys tomorrow. Yes, I'm still gonna recap Vanderpump. This was Ultimate Girls Trip, guys. The recap didn't even last 30 minutes. So it was like, I feel like it fell completely flat. The whole season did. And I'm not, tomorrow, Vanderpump 4:30, I think. No, Jersey 4:30, Vanderpump 6:30. I almost want to come back and do Vanderpump now. Anyone? Jersey now? Anyone? All right. If anybody's here, think about it. I might come back in like a half hour and do one or the other, because I don't think I want to do two tomorrow. I'd rather do it now. Okay. I don't know. Like, subscribe, hit the notifications, guys. Please hit the all or the personal. I don't know which one. If you haven't followed me on all the other socials, please do. If you've all of a sudden found yourself following me on Instagram and didn't know that you followed me, it's because I switched back my old profile, not the old name. I made the name my new brand name, which is Reality of Kristen Rain. I won't say the old one because I waited an entire year and a half, I think, since I thought the algorithm when I was shadow banned. Yeah, it's been out there to see if that was still the case. I don't think it is. So if you find yourself already following me on Instagram, it's because you followed me a long time ago when I was the other two people. And if you followed me on the other, you guys have no idea that you wouldn't even know if I switched or not, because I think everybody that followed me here follows me there. Well, followed me there originally too. I just have my old, I changed the profile there, but I just changed the name. That's what I was trying to say. Because I had switched it when I started to do this because of the algorithm. I was considered angry and problematic. But yeah, so follow me on the socials now, guys. Like, I would have said it before, but I wasn't sure how long I was going to keep up with the Reality of Kristen Rain, if I was going to change it over. Instagram, I'm talking about. If I was going to stay that or whatever. But yeah, follow me on that. I'm going to get rid of my TikTok, so don't even bother. If anybody's here from TikTok, I haven't been marketing on there, so do I appreciate all the followers that come from there? Yeah. Do I want TikTok on my phone any longer? No. Yeah, so no more TikTok, but I am live on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm probably going to add a couple other ones, not sure, but yeah. So again, subscribe, like, hit the comments, all that crap, notifications. And from now on, I think I'm going to do subscribers only, chat, not that that's a big deal. All you have to do is free to subscribe, but I feel like I should do that. And I'm just saying this, not that I care about people watching this that aren't subscribed, but I see everybody that watches that if you don't subscribe and you aren't private, I do see you pop up. I will see your name because I don't have subscribers only chat. And I'd appreciate it if you would either subscribe if you're going to watch, and if you are going to watch and you're going to comment in the chat, comment on my section. Please don't send me a text message in the middle of my live and comment something rude or something ignorant. That's nothing to do with reality TV. If you're going to watch, at least subscribe. And if you're going to be a fan, at least go also subscribe to all, follow me on all the other socials, and then go follow my podcast on all the podcast platforms, Housewives and Headlines with Housewives Historian, and give me a 5-star review. And a 5-star rating and a review. Again, if you're going to be a fan, and you're going to be a fan enough to text me and tell me about myself, at least be a super fan and go and rate, review my podcast and my channel and all that crap. Okay? Love you. I'll be back tomorrow or later on, not sure. I think I might come back in an hour to do Jersey, actually. Okay, give me an hour. I think I'll be back. If not, I'll see you all tomorrow. But I will put the link up if I am going to come back. Okay. Sorry if I repeated myself, but